About a month ago, I decided to put myself on a little test and learn a new hobby. And this hobby was to learn how to crochet. I had not done crochet in about 10 years and I had not done like big projects or anything like that. So today I'm going to be reviewing and kind of going back memory lane on the project that I've done so far. I've done 5 different things, completely different from each other, and let's go ahead and sort of revisit the things that I've learned as a result of starting this new hobby. So my first ever crochet project was this shirt, and this shirt taught me patience. This shirt taught me to trust the process and just keep going, because like I said, I had not anything of this magnitude, and so picking a t-shirt as my first project was first of all a bold move, and just doing this, like being able to do this from the beginning to the end, really showed me that when you set your mind on something, you can actually achieve it. Maybe while you're doing it, it may seem a little bit, weird, but once you have put your mind to it, you can definitely do it. I started this project and the lines, as you can see, it wasn't straight, and as a result of me just trusting the process, I ended up having a very interesting style of t-shirt. I think this was also the longest project that I've done. It took me about a week of doing it, but in terms of straight hours, I would say that it took me about more than 24 hours for sure to get this done. But I was so thrilled being able to start this and finish it. Really opened the door for me to even try different projects. One thing I also learned is that I actually don't enjoy projects that take too much time. So on that note, I started my second project, of which I can't really show you what my second project was because that was a gift. My second and third project actually was a gift to my friend, and it was a blanket. So after doing this t-shirt, I realized how long it took for it. I was like, I'm just gonna be doing things that requires like chunky yarn. When I did the blanket, it was less time and it was really fun. One thing that I learned with the blanket is don't think things are easy just because it looked easy for the others. The blanket for sure is a very quick thing to do, but throughout the blanket I could see like different holes that because I didn't make it tight enough. So that's one thing that I learned with the blanket. Don't just rely on other people's point of view to think that's going to be the same for you. But overall, I did like the blanket, and I most definitely loved that she loved the blanket as well. And then the third thing that I did that was also a gift was a beanie. That was the first spontaneous crochet project that I'm doing in general. I had never thought I would do a beanie because I don't particularly like beanie that much, but doing that specifically, I think it was so fun for me to do it because I started that project very last minute. Seeing how quick that was to do was truly what made me keep going. If there's anything I learned about that particular project while doing it, was to have fun. Truly, to have fun. At the end of the day, this was a hobby that I started just so that I can do something else other than scroll, but actually like kind of cool down a little bit while working still. So that taught me to have fun because it was spontaneous. I really didn't plan it, and I was just trying to see what it's going to look like, and the result was just amazing. Sometimes all it takes is for you to just relax and it's still going to come out as amazing as it should. The next project that I did was like a net. Since I started buying more yarn and I needed some sort of place to store it, I decided to do like a net in my room to keep it, and this is what it looks like. I personally love this. Was also one of the quickest project that I did. This one technically took me probably in total probably 3 hours to 4 hours. I did it in one day after work, and I really like how it turned out as well. I like that it turned also into some sort of room decor, even though that was not the plan, but I really love it. And now the fifth project that I have done is a bag. Throughout this 1 month of crocheting, I have been doing different things. So here's the bag. This is what the bag looks like. When I did the base of this bag and I did the first probably 10 rows or so, I realized that it's too large. That's not necessarily the vision that I was going for. So I decided to be creative and have fun. And I decided to to close it a bit and then have this small section to be like a water bottle holder. And I actually like this genuinely. The only thing that I didn't like with this is I actually wanted to have a longer, what do you call it? But it didn't really turn out as I wanted. I decided to add a little pocket here because I do intend to use this bag to go to work and just to do some little errands as well. But if there's anything I learned about this is to try different things. This was my first time, actually my second time doing 2 colors on one project. The first time was with the blanket. Overall, I actually like it. Now, if I'm to rate all of my crafts, because now I'm an artist. Anyways, I would say the beanie definitely is my favorite. I think it turned out so cute and I really like it to the point that I'm actually going to be doing it again. And then the next one that I would say I really like is going to be the net. I think the net again turned out to be very beautiful, and it's amazing because these are the 2 things that I did without actually planning for it. Then the next one that I would say I love is going to be the bag. I like that on this bag I was creative and I didn't necessarily follow like the pattern to anything. I just did what I wanted and it came out to be really good. And then the next one I'm going to say is the shirt, and the last one is the blanket, only because the blanket I had so much expectations. Like I had high expectations because I thought it was going to be the easiest and the most successful out of all of them. And obviously the small holes, I didn't like them so much, so that's the only reason why I don't like the blanket. But I'll definitely be doing the blanket a lot more, especially when it's towards the winter. Throughout this whole journey of crocheting, I have learned that I actually am spontaneous in terms of trying new things, at least with the crocheting, right? I haven't done the same project twice. I've done t-shirt, I've done a bag, I've done a net, I've done the blanket, I've done a beanie. But I've also learned that as much as I love seeing the finished result, doing things that is going to require more than a week, I have learned that I personally will not be able to see through, because I'm so like, I want it to get done, and when I want it to get done, I would probably put a lot more time into it and close myself to that so much that I will not enjoy crocheting like I normally would. So it's better for me to do things that is going to be done in a week or is going to be done in a few days. And I also learned that I don't necessarily like the idea of starting different projects and then doing different projects at the same time. I actually like working on one thing and then getting that done. But overall, I can't wait to try different projects, different techniques as well. Oh, you know one thing, but I remember, thank you precious Lord Jesus. Another thing that I did is a wall hanging flower. I think this was also one of my easiest to decor as well. If I'm to put that on the scale, I think it might be my number 5, and then the blanket would be the number 6, because I genuinely do like how it turned out to be. That was very unexpected, as all of my project has been so far, but I've been loving it. I've been learning how to sit still and get something doing. I've been learning to just rewind with it instead of scrolling as well. So I am so happy that even as I was crocheting, I was still recording everything to show you guys, and also for me to look back to in the future. So if you're thinking of starting a new hobby, go ahead. You know, all it takes is for you to take that first step. Who knows, once you take that first step, maybe you might actually learn that you love it so much that you actually do it a lot more consistently. So take the first step